Hi, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Tips with Dr. Laura. My name is Laura Christine, and welcome everybody to Delinda Lane's fun, fearless female global community of Christian women. Today, I'd like to answer the question, did you notice? Really, did you notice? Well, what in the world am I getting at? How about this thought? If you are not engaged, do you think anyone will notice? If you are not engaged, you will not notice. So what do I mean by engaged? Well, outside of engagement to be married, engaged means to be involved in an activity. It means to be greatly interested or committed to something. And a majority of the ladies with the Fun Fearless Female community, we're all business owners. So I have a question for you as a business owner. Are you engaged in your business? If you're a small business owner like me, I'm an entrepreneur, and a small business is all encompassing. I am engaged in everything. I am the bookkeeper. I am the salesperson. I am the brand. I am the marketer. I am the web designer, and I'm the networker. My business is to pay attention. I notice things. I notice things because for my business, I have to notice detail, but I also notice detail with other business owners. I'm observant of how they present themselves, what they say, how they say it, what their social media stuff looks like, how they follow through or don't follow through, how they network. And I've noticed, to answer did you notice, recently I noticed a lot of people, and I'm doing a lot of social networking, social media networking. A lot of people just pop in and pop out, or just don't engage. Why is that? Why are they not engaged? Are they invested in these networking groups that I see them pop in and out of? I can't answer that, because I don't know what somebody's going through. I can make a guess. Yes, we are busy, and you can get busy with business. Maybe the question can then be, do people notice when it comes to networking, how it works? Maybe they don't understand the networking piece. Maybe that's why they pop in and out. Who knows? But here's 3 points on how to, make networking work. And these are 3 simple points that I've noticed in my years of networking. First thing is to understand what networking is. Networking is building a relationship, period. That's it. You are building a relationship. The business part of it, the trading or the using somebody else for business, that comes down the line. You first have to get to know the people that you're interacting with, don't you think? And what does that look like? Well, Kathy Weaver and I, a lot of times, will refer to swooping. It does not look like swooping. What is swooping? That is where you meet with somebody first time and you are trying to sell them your product or your service or sign them up for something. And that's all you talk about. The conversation dominates on you trying to sell that other person. Now, I do get that we get excited about our businesses and our products and our services, but really, when you think about it, do we need to be doing that the first time you meet somebody? Just a thought. How is that building a relationship? Just a thought. So when I do one-on-ones, we call them, and network with others, I like to throw out, tell me about yourself. Let me know what, how you got to where you're at, whether it's your business or your personal life. And it's amazing what I learn about people in just throwing out just simple questions like that. And I get to know them. And the neat part on the building the relationship is I am learning about different businesses, yes, but I'm also learning about other people, and we have a lot in common, and we have a lot of the same interests. And it's just fun. I'm a people person to start with, so it's just fun to get to know people, get to know what's behind. You see them in networking, and it's fun to get to know those people. So first point on how to make networking work is to understand what networking is. The second one is consistency. So if you are consistent in your business, wouldn't networking be part of your business? So wouldn't consistency work in networking? Just a question, just asking for a friend. I try to, when I schedule some networking meetings, I try to make sure that time is set aside for specifically that. Yes, things come up. Yes, we get busy with business, but networking is a big piece because that keeps you out in front. It keeps you noticed. Like I started with, did you notice? It keeps you noticed if you follow through with your commitment. If you're interested in networking and you're committed to the networking groups, don't you think you should be there? Just a thought. Third point on how to make networking work: follow through. And that's a big deal. To me, it's kind of a stickler with me, follow through. And I know I've dropped the ball here and there occasionally, but follow through in your networking with people, follow through with your networking groups, follow through with your personal meetings with people. Let's talk about the follow through in your networking. Like I just said, you set the schedule and show up to that networking group. The people that are having the networking group, they've cut out time to have the networking group. They've put it together. They've worked hard to get it to where it needs to be. So the thought is, if you signed up for it, wouldn't you show up? I know things happen, so we will just push that off to the side, but I'm just trying to get you to think a little bit. Follow through with your networking groups. That's that engagement piece. A lot of groups out there are now doing, a lot of social media things. And when you see posts on social media, do you respond? Or do you just brush over it? Do you ignore it? Do you delete it? Or do you comment? Or do you say something nice about the person that's posting? Do you share the posts? That's how we build our networks. You can share your posts and your network can get tied into somebody else's network and vice versa. Do you show up or engage in activities? I'm writing down my questions here, and that just ties into what I just talked about. So do you engage? Fun Fearless Female community has a lot of people that contribute with their videos or their postings or whatever. Do you actually read them, and do you share, or do you engage? I think it's kind of like a nice bonus. It's almost free education. You can always learn from other people. So follow through with your networking groups, follow through with personal meetings. And, of course, that could be anything. A few examples of that would be, and I've had a couple of experiences like this, and I'm always miffed, but that's just me. I think it's they got too busy, but they didn't follow through. So I'll tell one particular story. I was going to use a service through somebody. We met, we talked about it, and then that person never followed through. So I went somewhere else. I got the service from somebody else because the other person followed through, actually followed through so well that I will probably always take my business to that person. Now, maybe the person that didn't follow through got busy. Just a suggestion, maybe you could just say, hey, I'm sorry, I got busy. How about if we meet at this time? Or I'm still working on such and such. There's different ways to try and save face, and I've done it myself. I've had a few little whoops, and we're all human. And on our side, the people that don't get the follow through from the other person, we do have to give them grace. But when you don't follow through, that's not only the person that you were working with, their loss, but it's the person that didn't follow through, it's their loss. And that could, that really could affect business. So out of, did you notice? That's a biggie. Did you notice? Sometimes I notice things when I'm, networking or out in the social community. And I just needed to say that, just to bring up some food for thought. So until next time, I hope everybody has a great day and take care. Bye-bye.